Hey YouTube, this is Melantart VA. First, I would like to apologize for the comic dub taking as long as it is. I promise you we are working on it. However, I wanted to explain why these dubs take so long for those who don't understand how we do these dubs. There is a process. First, I find the pages. If the comic is completely finished, I gather all the pages, I send the pages to the voice actors, some of whom have jobs. Those would be me, Matt, and Saku. Yeah, some others also have some jobs too, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, once everybody's finished their lines, I send those lines over to the Egg Paladin, who sometimes has lines himself to do, and he puts everything together, including music and sound effects, and he edits the video, including sometimes visual effects, which takes a lot of time. And on top of that, Jose has his own life to live and videos he does for other people. And I also feel there is something I need to address. A while ago, I received an accusation that I pay Jose purely in exposure. I can tell you right now that is absolutely not true. I actually offered to pay Jose for his work with a third of the money we get from Patreon. However, he said he didn't want it. And if you guys don't believe me, hear it from the man himself.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jose, I am the Egg Paladin, and unfortunately there's been some strange concerning news behind the scenes of the Ghost of the Future comic dub that we've been doing, and I want to address it here and now. For some strange reasons, there's been some people out there spreading rumors apparently that Amber told me to edit the comic dub for some reason, and that she was actually going to pay me solely in exposure. I want to debunk this right here, right now. This is 100% false. Amber did not come to me to try and make me edit the comic dubs for the sake of paying for exposure. That is complete and total bullshit. What actually happened was that I was the one who told Amber that I was more than willing to edit the comic dubs for her, and by the time when Ghost of the Future episode 11 actually began airing, I became her main editor for the Ghost of the Future comic dubs. Again, it was me who told her that I'm more than willing to actually edit the entirety of the Ghost of the Future comic dubs for her and for everyone else involved with the project. Not her, only me. Also, I want to reiterate that Amber also wanted to actually pay me with actual cash in the past when the Ghost of the Future comic dubs were being in development, but I refused, and I 100% told her that I was more than willing to do it for her for free with no payment whatsoever. Why? Because Amber is one of my closest friends. I was more than willing to do it for her out of my own choice. I was perfectly okay with that, and she completely understood. Now, first of all, I do want to sincerely apologize to the viewers out there who have been waiting patiently for the next episode of the Ghost of the Future comic dub. I do sincerely apologize for that. The reason why it took us this long was because of two important reasons. One, we had a lot of real life situations that need to be dealt with. Not just mine, but also Amber's, Joanne's, Sakuya's, everyone's. We all have our own real life situations that had to be dealt with. We can't make a comic dub if real life situations are getting in the way of that. And the second most important reason, and this one's on me, I was helping my other friends with working on their comic dubs. Not just Amber, but I also worked with other of my friends working on their videos, whether it's other comic dubs, their content, etc., including my own content, which is one of the reasons why the comic dub of Ghost of the Future kept getting so many delays. And to prove to you guys out there that I'm not lying, here are the videos that I have been working during the past few months when Ghost of the Future was actually being in development. And you guys can actually tell by these videos that I put a lot of quality both visually and in terms of the sound production production. It is incredibly time consuming. And before anyone else is going to make any more assumptions saying that the Ghost of the Future comic dub has been cancelled, here is some visual proof confirming that the comic dub is indeed in production and why the comic dub has been taking so long due to the aforementioned things that I mentioned earlier during the beginning of this segment. And as you guys can tell by the look of the video, I want to be sure that the comic dub is visually appealing rather than just putting it in place than just having the characters being heard talking on screen. Comic dubs are not that easy to put on the spot there, you guys. It takes a lot of time and it needs a lot of patience and effort in order to make sure that these comic dubs are well put into the public for everyone else to enjoy. Which is one of the few reasons why this comic dub has been taking way too long for me to finish. Again, I do apologize for keeping you guys in the dark. If you guys are that concerned on why the comic dubs are taking that much into production, please do not take that with Ember or anyone else. Instead, take that on me. I deserve all the criticism and the critiques that you guys are willing to give to me. My only request is that you guys please try to be patient. Again, I won't blame you guys if you guys are losing interest in these comic dubs, but again, we're trying our best to make sure that these comic dubs are well put for the viewers like you to enjoy. That's all I want to mention for this part of the segment. Now, before I end this part and go back to Amber for the rest of the video, I want to make this clear. Please do not make any false assumptions or take things out of context assuming that Amber is at fault for this. She was never at fault to begin with. Also, I want to reiterate, if anyone in the comment section sees anyone trying to actually make the same assumptions that Amber is trying to pay me for exposure, I highly encourage you guys to share this video to them and make sure that they learn the real truth. Because one of the things I cannot stand in both the internet and in real life is people are willing to falsely accuse people and take their words out of context to make them look like the bad guy. I'm all for making offensive and edgy jokes, but when you spread false allegations like that towards people, that is something that I do not condone. Anyways, I think I made my point clear enough. Regardless, Ember is innocent and she's not completely at fault for this. If anyone wants to criticize me, you are more than welcome to do so. Okay, I think I rambled on for way too long. Anyways, thank you all so much for listening to my point of view. I really appreciate it, and be sure to be looking forward to the next dub of Ghosts of the Future. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to me. My name is Jose. I am the Egg Paladin. Thank you so much for listening.